Evening, guys. Courtney, nice shirt. Courtney, for you, win or lose this season, one of the most common refrains from you guys have been, we really didn't come out very well in the first quarter.
Say that again?
I said this season, one of the common refrains from you guys, win or lose, has been, I don't know if we came out really well in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Explain then tonight.
We put a emphasis on the first quarter. Not even being funny. For real, that's something that we actually talked about. And we said this series and a lot of our games has been told by what the first quarter looks like. So we made an assertive effort to come out strong in the first quarter.
Thank you.
No problem.
Lila, go ahead.
For either of you guys have talked about kind of, taking advantage of, the championship window, just knowing that and kind of how the last few years have ended. What was the sense of urgency for you guys entering an elimination game tonight?
We knew coming into this, we didn't want to waste an opportunity. We know what we have in our locker room, and we know when we play together, the sky's the limit for us. So I think for us, it was just about not trying to waste this opportunity and going out there and playing as hard as we can from the jump.
And then for Courtney, just the off-ball movement tonight was really noticeable for you guys. I know you're cutting and doing a lot of different things. Just what did you guys talk about in that regard leading up to the game?
Just taking what the defense is giving us. This series I kind of been a sacrificial lamb. They just kind of haven't been guarding me. So, instead of taking those threes and those long jumpers, going to get layups.
Howard, go ahead.
Hi, congrats to you both. Courtney, just to start with you, what Kurt said tonight was Courtney Williams was herself. I'm wondering to what extent you felt that tonight and what allowed you to feel that way in tonight's game.
Well, I put on an outfit, and they tell me when I put that on, it made me play better. So, look good, feel good, play good. You know the vibes.
That's true.
Fair enough. Bree, for you, the opportunity to do this here ahead of potential free agency, ahead of potential turnover on this team, whatever ends up happening, how significant was it for you to be able to continue this season here, knowing how much you've grown as a player here in Connecticut?
That wasn't really, my mindset, going into this. For me, I don't worry about, free agency and all that. I just know, with the work that I put in on the court, it's going to get me where I want to go. It always has in the past, and it always will. So I know for me, it's just about coming in every day, doing the right things, working hard, working on my game. It's just going to lead me to where I want to go. So, it's going to, wherever happens, happens. But it's just going to keep me on the right path.
Thank you both.
Bree, when Courtney's playing the way she did tonight, how does that help the rest of you all on the court in terms of spacing or X's and O's, but also just confidence-wise?
No, when Courtney's playing like that, we're rolling and we're doing all the right things, and her cutting, her hitting shots, we always know she can do it. So
She's a girl.
you always have all the confidence in the world in her. So. But for her to do that definitely helps our spacing. They congest a lot in the paint. So for her to cut and get in there and get some easy layups, that definitely helps us.
Kurt has also talked a lot about peer accountability among your team. And I'm just curious how you guys are able to hold each other accountable and what those conversations were like between Sunday and today so that you could come out the way you did tonight.
We had some good conversations the last couple of days just between us with the team. But we knew we wanted to come out here and play together, play for each other, and just give each other confidence and give to each other. I think just go out there and have fun. We had fun tonight, and I think it showed. So I think if we keep doing that, we're good.
Maggie.
For Courtney, honestly came up big for you guys. That buzzer shot at the end of the third quarter. She's still so new, still learning a lot. How has she just impacted you guys as a team?
I think just her mentality. Obviously a dog. When she get out there, she takes a lot of things personal, which is what we need. We need that type of energy. We need that type of fight. So, we lucky that she's on our side.
Jacqueline.
For either of you, JJ seemed like she was being very vocal tonight on the floor and then also when she was on the bench. Could you just talk a little bit about the impact she had in that way with her communication and leadership and everything?
JJ using her voice is big on the court, off the court. I think that goes back to the conversation we were having. We wanted to give to each other, whether we're on the court, off the court, and I think just being able to bring that voice off the court, on the court for us has been big. It was big, and it showed up tonight.
Just one more. I'm curious if there was at like any point during the game where you thought it was kind of okay to breathe and that the game was actually like in your grasp and you were gonna to win, or were you guys kind of just like waiting until the final buzzer went off?
You always got to wait till the final buzzer go off. It's the playoffs, so anything can happen. So got to stay locked in for 40 minutes.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Anyone else in the room before you move on Zoom? Okay, we'll start with Jackie Powell on Zoom.
Hi, all. Congrats on the win. For Courtney first, I'm curious if you can describe how you think this team's overall decision-making on offense improved when you look at what you did on Sunday in comparison to what you were able to do tonight.
I think we made shots. It sounds so simple, right? But that's the reality of basketball. Some games you just can't get the ball in the basket. And then some games like tonight, it get to feeling good and the basket look a little bit bigger. So I think we just made shots tonight. We continue to play the type of basketball that we want to play. We getting down, we guarding, we playing defense. So I think, whatever team comes out and puts the ball in the basket, it's going to win.
And Bree, for you, when it comes to the voices that were able to get you all confident, I'm curious as to how Jasmine Thomas has sort of been involved and what she was able to provide to you all during this last 48 hours between Sunday and tonight.
I'm going to answer this because she talked to me so much on the bench, right? And she always in my ear, and she always telling me what's going on out there. And then when we get in the huddle, I act like I came up with it. And I just tell everybody, look, this is what we got to do. This is the opening. This is that. This is that. And then I go to Jazz, and I be like, Jazz, thank you. I stole that from you. So, man, she's been huge, right? She's been super huge. Just her voice, just her basketball IQ in general. So she's been amazing, man. Shout out to 5.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Courtney. First of all, awesome game tonight. But I actually wanted to ask you about Dejanay Carrington. She had a really good game tonight, probably her best of the series. And her energy just seems really infectious on both ends. I was wondering, what you saw from her and just kind of on her resolve the entire season.
I think just with our talks, we said, man, everybody just have fun. Like, sometimes when you get in the playoffs, you just get so uptight. You just get outside of yourself because it's this different type of, I guess, urgency. But we play our best basketball when we having fun, when we jumping around, we cheering each other on. I think that's when we play our best basketball. And I think that's what you seen tonight. She out there having fun. She diving on the floor. She getting in her bag, spinning, fading away. Like, that's the Dejanay that we know, right? So I think just having fun, man, Dejanay is going to be huge for us. Just her energy, the way she gets down and play defense. So shout out to Deej.
Appreciate it, Courtney.
Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, Courtney. So a lot of the things that I think you do really well on this team doesn't always show up on the scoreboard. I think you play, really hard on both sides, and I think you have, one of the most automatic pull-up jumpers in the game. But again, that's not always what the Sun needs you to do. I think your passing is very underrated. A lot of times, I think you have the pass. It is underrated. It's like a hockey assist almost, where you come off a screen and you'll make the pass that leads to a bucket. Do you think that is something that you take a lot of pride in, being able to pass the rock to help others get others open for a good shot?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's crazy because my teammates know I can pass the ball. That's why I'm in a lot of pick and roll action. But I think, like you said, a lot of times that's not what shows up on the stat sheet. But, we're going to keep doing what we do. Appreciate you for seeing that.
Oh, absolutely. Breezy, Game 5 in Chicago. You guys are expecting a pretty, big-time battle. Are you guys, mentally preparing yourselves that we're going in there like in the more physical team is probably going to come out on top?
This whole series has been pretty physical. So I think coming in, we just want to, come in. Those first quarters, like we were talking about earlier, they're big. So we know we have to come in and ready from the jump because they're going to come out just as hard. But we know how we felt tonight, and we know what we have to bring to finish out, a 5-game series. I know me and Courtney have been in it a couple years ago, so we know what it takes, and we just all got to bring that energy that we had tonight and bring that for the next one.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Last question on Zoom, Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But the Sports. I got a question for Breezy. What are your overall thoughts of the way that the bench came out in tonight's victory, including highlight plays from Ionescu Sims and Dejanay Carrington?
I think everybody that stepped on the court tonight was ready and prepared, and we had great minutes from everybody on our bench. Odyssey came in with defense. Nay came in with a spark. Even Joy came in. Her minutes were great. Nia came in, got a bucket as soon as she got in. So I know everybody was ready for this moment, and I'm just excited to see us grow and make that next step because we're going to need our bench.
Speaking of growing, a follow-up question. Unlike last year's series, you managed to push the Chicago Sky to a Game 5. Thoughts on that?
We knew what it was going to take tonight. We've been talking the last few days. We knew the energy we're going to have to bring tonight, and I think just being out there playing for each other, having fun, I think that was the biggest thing for us going in tonight and not being as uptight like Courtney was saying.
Appreciate the insight and good luck.
Thank you. Last question is Lila.
With the start you guys were able to get out to tonight, Alyssa Thomas played a big role in that. I think at, one point she had as many points and rebounds as the entire, Sky team in the first quarter. Just, you guys have talked about it all year, but just specifically tonight, how did she kind of set the tone for you guys and provide that energy to start the game?
I mean, AT always set the tone, right? She's somebody that we know that we can always lean on to bring that effort, that consistency every night. So she's always going to be huge for us. She missed Connecticut, so, AT is a big part of what we do. She's going to be a big part of us winning. And, she always going to come out and set that tone. We got to follow suit.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.